Record Store Day, Black Friday has come and gone, and I got a lot more than I expected I would. In this video, I'm going to show you my haul. What's up, guys? I hope you had an awesome Thanksgiving and the more important holiday, Black Friday Record Store Day. In my video where I talked about the list, I didn't seem too excited and I wasn't sure if I was even going to go or get anything, but in true Matt fashion, I went and I bought a lot of things. So in this video, I want to show you what I picked up. I was also in New Mexico visiting some family, so I got to see some of the record scene out there and go to a couple stores I've never been to. So in addition to my Record Store Day haul, I went to a couple stores day after, picked up some other good gems. Fun fact, while I was in New Mexico, I'm a huge Breaking Bad fan, and I got to go drive over and see Walt's house. Check it out. I'm pretty happy I got almost everything on my list, and even stuff that wasn't on my list, because when you're in the store, you really have no self-control. Erykah Badu, but you can't use my phone. This is one I was really hoping to get. This is one of her best mixtapes. I think this is maybe my favorite release of hers, to be totally honest. I really love the back of this release. It looks like an old newspaper ad for cell phones. I think it's really well done. 1,500 copies, and they're on clear vinyl. I've always been a fan of grunge, but lately, especially after seeing Temple of the Dog live, I've been listening to a lot of it. I've been listening to a lot of Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, Nirvana, and Pearl Jam, of course. Satanoscillatemymetallicsonatas, all in one word, was released on Record Store Day, and I got a copy. Super nice touch. They did it on this kind of translucent plum-colored vinyl. Matches the cover really nicely. 3,000 copies of this, so if you want it, you can probably find it online for a decent price. Speaking of grunge, we have Live Facelift by Alice in Chains. This is a live show they did in 1990, and I love Alice in Chains. This is obviously before Lane Staley died, and yeah, they're probably my favorite grunge group, or at least tied. Another one that got a lot of copies. This is 5,000 copies, so if you want it, now's the time to grab it. 2,500 copies of the remix album of MUTEMATH's album from last year, Vitals. This is called Changes. Another one matching the cover really well. This is this really nice marbly kind of seafoam color. I love this. I don't think I have a record this color. I have a lot of records. MUTEMATH is a great band if you don't know them, and they're even better live. Their first two albums were out of print. They've been out of print for a while and fetched some almost triple-digit numbers, especially their self-titled first one. Apparently, they're both getting reissued soon, so don't pay crazy prices and just wait. They'll be back soon. Not quite grunge rock, but kind of a similar era alt-rock. This is Porno for Pyros, Good God's Urge. This is a band that's an offshoot of Jane's Addiction, still featuring Perry Farrell as the vocalist. This is the second of the two albums this band released, and it never had an official vinyl release. It only had a promo record that went for almost $200. So now, much easier to get. 3,000 copies, so again, not going to be super hard to find, maybe down the road, so jump on it now if you want it. This one I was really excited to find. Only 1,000 copies of this worldwide. This is Steve Jablonsky and Explosions in the Sky doing the Lone Survivor soundtrack. Now, I've never seen this film, but Explosions in the Sky is one of the bands that I think can do no wrong. Honestly, I have a couple other soundtracks of theirs that I've never seen the film, and their music is just so beautiful. They do the best soundscapes. They're one of my favorite post-rock bands. I knew this would be a good pickup, and I would not regret it, so I really look forward to hearing it. This one I was kind of shocked to see, because apparently there's only 400 copies worldwide. I also read 600, so I'm not sure which is the correct one. This is Tokyo Police Club, A Lesson in Crime / The Smith EP. Lesson in Crime has been on vinyl before, but the Smith EP is not, and they put them together on one disc. This is a great band, and I'm really surprised I found this. It has a really cool obi strip on the side, too, almost like the Japanese releases, so cool. Final Record Store Day pick is The Regrets Marshmallow World. I talked about these girls in my last video. They're in high school. They do punk rock. They're amazing. I've seen them in LA. I think they're from LA. And if you're watching this, girls, you rock. I'm glad you got your first release on vinyl. I had to pick it up. It's also marshmallow scented, apparently. So I'm going to open it and see if that's true. I also have a pretty bad sense of smell. I guess I got a super rare limited edition non-smelling jacket, so selling it for $1,000 hit me up. That didn't satiate my need for records. I had to get more the next day, so I went to a couple more shops. Here's what I found. Bob Mould's self-titled album from 1996. He is an incredible alt-rock musician, and this is only $10. I believe it goes for a fair amount more than that. I've never actually seen it, so I don't think it's been repressed, and it's a great album, so I was pretty stoked. This was a cheap $5 one, but this is Grace Jones' Nightclubbing. I saw Grace Jones at FYF this year, and I heard her music. I wasn't a huge fan. Seeing her live was mesmerizing. She is old and she moves like she is young. She's like the Mick Jagger of her genre. This has my favorite Grace Jones song, Pull Up to the Bumper, on here, and I just thought I had to own one of her records to commemorate how awesome her performance was. 2 Brazilian records I'm super excited about. This is my favorite Brazilian artist, Joao Gilberto, and this is live in Montreux. So this is a live album. Anything that he touches is amazing. I don't have any of his live stuff. I have a lot of his recorded stuff. So this is a really cool find. And I love this cover. Super colorful. I couldn't believe I found this one. This is Caetano Veloso's 1971 self-titled album. He is a very accomplished Brazilian musician. He has been making music since, I believe, the 60s. And he's still alive today making some tunes. I think he just played a couple shows not too long ago. This is a cool album, though, because he's from Brazil. He speaks Portuguese. But this album was made in England because he was exiled from Brazil. It's entirely in English. And honestly, it's beautiful. It's some wonderful psychedelic folk rock. And I am very excited to own this. This is a really early pressing of it, too. So it's not easy to come by. The psychedelic sounds of the 13th Floor Elevators. This is a really good psychedelic rock album from the 70s. And it is considered to be one of the best psych rock albums, I believe, from most psych rock aficionados. This is a pressing from the 80s, so it's not from the 70s, but it's early enough that it's pretty hard to find. They reissued it not too long ago, but I hear the sound quality is a little eh. This one sounds real good. It's time to get real sad. We got Joni Mitchell's Blue. I think this is probably her best album. It was actually something that Cloud, a musician I interviewed last year, if you haven't seen that, you should check out that interview, recommended to me, and since then I've fallen in love with the album. I think it's beautiful. I've always said if I can find it for under $10 in good condition, I'll buy it. $9.99. I like jazz. I don't know too much about jazz, but I have a moderate jazz collection, about one of these squares worth. Picked up Miles Davis and Gil Evans' Quiet Nights, and Swing Low, Sweet Cadillac by Dizzy Gillespie. These are 2 that I've heard are classics, and I listened to a little bit in the store. Both of them, real nice. So that's my haul, guys. Please, I want to know what you got. Leave a comment, let me know what records you got, maybe your favorite record, or anything you missed out on that you wish you got. If you like this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and new videos every Wednesday.